The audio is muted.
All right, here you go. We're going to start again from the top. Welcome to Parlor Talk. You might be thinking to yourself, hey, where are these guys at? So we're doing a live special broadcast episode from our really close friends at Teak Rooftop, Red Bank, New Jersey. We support local small businesses, and we're just doing a pop-up Parlor Talk series here at Teak on the rooftop. Shout out to George, Peter, the brothers, the whole team, everyone that's still working at Teak, and they're doing takeout, and they're working the best they can to keep everyone, moving. Not only are they helping to support Red Bank and all of the people in the town, but I know they're donating food to the healthcare workers, and they're supporting everyone that's working through this. So shout out to Teak Rooftop. That's where we are. Special pop-up edition of Parlor Talk. So we have two really, really special guests tonight. First up, we got Misty Hill. All right, Misty is an amazing bartender, well known throughout the Jersey Shore and the many places that she's bartended at, and have just quite honestly made some amazing memories for thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So we're super excited to bring her on. We're going to talk a little bit about her experience through bartending, and then we're bringing on Pedialyte Pete. This guy is literally a walking comedian, good friend of mine, well known in the industry, maybe not because he works in it, but because he is at every place. I swear to God, there's never been a bar that I've walked into that he's not there, with a drink in his hand. Pete just all around good guy, good vibes, and posts some funny ass shit. So we're gonna bring him on, and we're just gonna talk, talk shop and bring it in. So, like I said. So our first guest, who's on the screen right now, what's going on, Misty? Give me 1 second. We're just going to unmute you really quick. Oh, there it is. Cool. Misty, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Awesome. So welcome to Parlor Talk. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm great. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. So for everyone that's tuned in right now that doesn't really know Misty or the whole thing about Misty and East Bar and all that, why don't you just give a quick little 2-minute introduction about yourself so the people can get to know you?
So I guess I've been bartending since I'm 18. A long time. Obviously, I'm 38, so 20 years. Add that up. I started out at Hunkabunka doing teen nights. And Frank, one of the owners, said, I think I'd like you to bartend. And I said, no, thank you. I didn't drink. I was young. I didn't know. And one day they called me and told me to come in wearing all black, and they threw me behind the bar, and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, and that's quite a career. So started at Hunkabunka, and now you're currently at DJ's, right?
Right.
Most famously known for East Bar Happy Hour, I believe. Is that right?
That's right.
That's awesome. So why don't you fill us in a little bit about some of the other places that you've worked throughout the years, aside from those two venues?
Sure. So I started at Hunkabunka, and then the next stop was DJ's. When Hunkabunka was closed in the summer, the staff would go to DJ's. And then when Hunkabunka closed, the whole staff basically went either to Deco and Abyss. That was big back then. So I've worked at both of those. Or Billy's, 118 Lounge, Studio 4, Studio 9, 118 Lounge,
Yep.
Mr. East, Green Rock, Whorehouse, Wicked Wolf. I mean, I've basically been all over from South Jersey to North Jersey, basically a little bit of everywhere.
Right.
Soundgarden, Bliss. I mean,
Bliss.
yeah.
Oh my God. That's amazing, and that just goes to show how well known you are in the industry. That all those owners, either whether it was a guest spot or you were doing a residual night, I think that's awesome. And hats off to just a freaking awesome career. I mean, brand name when it comes to bartenders in this area in the tri-state. So, Chris and I are happy to call you a friend, and also have seen you do some stuff behind the bar in the way that you kind of, I would say, continually grow your following. You're really good at that. So, for anyone that's watching that maybe a girl that's like interested in getting into bartending or someone that just wants to get into hospitality and things like that, any like tips that you could give like a new bartender on how they could like get to a following like yours?
It's really rough being new, especially in this industry. This industry is really big, but it's really small because we're all such a family. I'll take it back to when I first started. A lot of the girls weren't nice to me. Some were overly nice. So, for anybody new coming in, just stay humble and be yourself. And that's the biggest thing in this industry. As long as you stay humble and true to who you are, you're going to continue to get work. It's about how you act towards others as well. So don't just be nice to the guys at the bar, be nice to the girls. I mean, I honestly, I have more girl customers than I do guy customers just because I'm friendly. Like, I like your outfit, your hair looks nice. People appreciate that kind of stuff and they'll continue to come back.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think some of the like the basics that you're saying just kind of get like lost, and and I think we've all seen it is an owner will hire a bartender, a female bartender, and because she has like 5,000 followers, and there has no
Right.
basis around customer service. Maybe doesn't even know how to bartend, and that person, I think, like I think it hurts the bar. I think it's while I do believe that there are good people out there that don't necessarily like you don't just become like you're just not born a bartender, right? Like let's face it, just like we're not born DJs, but someone's got to give you a
Right.
shot. But I think you make some really good points around just simply having good customer service is just the way to go. And I know everyone knows you for that, and especially at DJs, your happy hour is like 4 or 5 deep, religiously. So how many years have you been at East Bar?
Um, East Bar, 15 years. DJs, this will be my 19th summer. I didn't start at East Bar, obviously.
Right.
I started at the little bar all the way in the back by the men's bathroom, the lounge bar.
Lounge.
And that's back when the bartenders used to get on the bar, spray people with the gun, dance on the bar. I mean, all that stuff was so much fun. Obviously, we can't do that now,
Right.
but you got to start somewhere. And I started all the way back there. And then, believe it or not, I was a West Bar night girl for many years, and then went to East Bar all nights. And then when I got my day job, I went to East Bar all happy hours.
That's incredible. We talk about it a lot when how this thing, I don't know, everyone could see my cell phone, how the cell phone changed the dynamic in a nightclub and a bar. And you were a part of some like really famous places like Hunka Bunka, for example, where like cell phones didn't exist, right? It was like,
Oh, no.
and people were like, we're going to go to Hunka Bunka and I'll meet you at Misty's bar. And that was it. And you took the word when I saw you last week that that's where you're going to be. And, that's where you were. So, yeah, you make a really good point that like there was this era of time in this bar club industry that there was like a showmanship piece to it.
Yeah.
So that's like a really interesting point.
And we were known for that at Hunka Bunka and at DJs, all the girl bartenders. We just put on a show and the customers enjoyed it. And you didn't see people with their phones out. I mean, you may have seen people with like, the throwaway cameras, if anything,
Right. We're bringing that back. That's a good idea. Note.
Yeah.
We've talked about that a few times. We need to bring them back. Kodak disposable.
People were there to enjoy the music and enjoy the bartenders. And I have to say, everybody that I worked with at Hunka Bunka, I'm going back again, old school. We all were a family. We all put on a show, and people enjoyed that, and they continue to come back for that. I mean, not just that, the music, Frank's dance contest, that went back to Hunka Bunka. They did that stuff too. If you guys can see behind me, those are all T-shirts from either DJs or Hunka Bunka. I mean, this has been going on, and people continue to come back.
Well, how many shirts are up there? It looks like is it like a blanket? What is it?
It's a blanket.
That's awesome. There's some vintage pieces in there, that's for sure.
See the Misty rocks?
I love that. You got your own T-shirt. That says something.
Was that an official shirt?
Yeah, so that's kind of like a thing for the East Bar. They did hashtag Misty Rocks, hashtag Ivan Rocks, and then Team East Bar. So people made like shirts and hats and, you know, all different kinds of stuff. And not only do we wear it, but they wear it too, you know.
Which is awesome. And those are probably like some really brings you back to some really great memories, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I got to ask you, what's your favorite theme night at DJ's? If you could pick one of the themes.
My favorite theme night would be Christmas in July.
Great theme.
I love that. You sometimes work the theme nights or you just attend?
I don't work the theme nights anymore. I did them for like my first 12 summers, and honestly, it was my favorite. You know, I love to get dressed up. I love to see the customers come in. You know, and we make sure that the whole club is decorated for, you know, the enjoyment of not just the staff, but for the customers too.
Yeah, no, I love that. And theme night is like, it's always fun. And you guys really actually, I mean, like the DJ's family, go above and beyond with like everyone participating. Everyone's dressed up, the bar backs, like sometimes even the door guys, like, and everything, like the decorations are like phenomenal. So, you know, hats off to you guys. Whoa, what happened? Where'd you go?
That was me. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, so we're just saying like the theme nights there are epic, but Christmas in July is a good one. I think New Year's is really fun because that's just like an overall fun theme in general.
Yeah, I think Halloween is fun too in the middle of summer. Yeah. Some crazy costumes.
Halloween's pretty good.
No, we don't do Halloween in the middle of the summer.
When do they do?
Oh yeah, you're right. You do it.
They actually are open for Halloween.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And that's a crazy one.
It's still a theme in my head, so I
Oh yeah, it's definitely a theme.
Yeah, there's some people that, you know, they dress up like it's Halloween every week. It's like ridiculous. Someone should tell them.
That's true.
All right, so tell me about like the happy hour thing, because you and Ivan been together, which is for a long time at that bar. But you know, you guys get this big happy hour crowd, and now like I think that's such a good play for you because all your friends, you know, they're not the late night crowd anymore. They are the happy hour crowd. So,
right.
Talk about like some of the fun stuff that you do like for happy hour, like to make it special, and you know, kind of go over the top for your customers.
So Ivan and I usually, like, especially for like 4th of July weekend, Labor Day weekend, we try and like coordinate outfits, not only with ourselves, but like the customers too. It's just all about having fun, really. And people continue, like I said, to come back because they enjoy it. You know, our biggest thing for happy hour is the bingo. I mean, we have our customers outside waiting in line a half an hour before we even open the door. And they love it, you know, and it continues to be something great.
Yeah, the guys like Peter,
Grails, obviously. Between Ivan and myself, we probably make at least 1,000 grails a shift. That's a big thing.
How many Pedialyte grails do you make a year for Peter?
Quite a few, and those are usually on Sundays because he's not usually feeling well.
I mean, 4 days of drinking will do that.
I have to say, he's a very loyal customer. He's always there. He was even there on Mother's Day and Father's Day when everybody else wasn't. So I have to give him some kind of credit.
Dedicated and loyal.
Yes.
Peter's going to come in a little bit, and we're going to talk to him. Certainly a character, but yeah, that's good. You got some of those dedicated people like Peter and a few others. Do you notice that they're the diehard DJs people that they just do not miss a day? Like that you see every time you're there, like they're there?
Yeah, and the good thing about that, you know, too, is in the summer, they're always there. You know, they'll be there for happy hour. Some of them will take a break and then come back. But then they also come to Hoboken. You know, I have a lot of my customers this fall. I worked at Wicked Wolf for Sunday football. And, you know, I had my Team East Bar crew getting on a train from, you know, Middletown or from Belmar just to take the train in, just to enjoy the day. You know what I mean? So these people follow us, and, you know, it's a great feeling because it shows, like, you know, they enjoy us, they enjoy the show that we put on. And I love them all, you know, and that's why I think, you know, I've stayed in this game for so long, because I genuinely have met some amazing people, not just customers, owners, promoters, DJs, all around. And, it's great.
Yeah, shout out to the whole Wolf crew. I know you mentioned the Wolf Sundays. Talk a
Yeah.
little bit about that experience, because that's a whole nother thing, man. That's like, I've been to Wolf personally, and it's
Right.
definitely one of the craziest spots in Hoboken for sure.
Yeah, and they did something
So,
special for you on Sundays, right? You had your own bar.
yeah. So, Cam and Slav and Sean and Cal, asked me if I'd be willing to come for this season. And they said, we're going to set you up your own satellite bar, like a portable bar. And I said, you know what? I am a huge football fan, so I'm all about it.
It's awesome.
And yeah, I'm a big Buffalo Bills fan. I know. So yeah, I said I would go. And, obviously I was really nervous because it was a new place. But I have to say, the entire staff is amazing. The customers are great. A lot of confetti cannons, which I wasn't used to, but I learned to get used to that. And like I said, all my regulars came there, so it was great to see all of them, follow from where I work in the summer to where I was in the winter. And I had a great season with them. Hopefully they'll have me come back next year.
Yeah, that's fantastic. One thing that I love that you do, and I don't think people do enough of this, is like when good customers come and visit you, you take photos with them, and then you post those photos. And I feel like it sounds really like simple, but I think that's like really important for people, just in general, to like feel good and feel loved. And we don't do that enough. People are all posting for the wrong reasons, but I love that you post that up and like to make those memories, because it's just kind of lost. So I love that a little bit about your style.
I always try and do that, just to say, hey guys, I appreciate you coming out. Thank you. And I always try to get in the photos with them. Sometimes there's like 20 or 30 of them that, walk in the door as soon as the door is open. And, the first thing I try and do is just make sure to show that I appreciate that, they took the time to come there. And that's the same thing in the summer at DJ's. I mean, you'll see a lot of, almost most of my posts are of, customers, friends, staff, different things going on. I always try and, no matter where I work, I always try and make sure to promote it the best that I can.
No, I love that, and I think that's really great. And I think you do a fantastic job. I follow all your social stuff, and I love that. But let's talk about like on the future and on the horizon. I know you got some good news, some positive news for like your career. I guess let's get to know Misty a little bit better. So why don't you let everyone know?
So, there's a lot more to Misty than just, bartender Misty or what some might see. I love that, and that is a passion of mine. But I also love working in substance abuse. I just left the company I was with. This company, I was at one of their locations for 4 years, another location for 3 years. And then obviously, I left in February, so it's been kind of tough looking for, different things. Right. But I received a phone call from Carrier Clinic, which is now owned by Hackensack Meridian Health, and I start tomorrow officially. So yeah, I'm super excited.
That's amazing, and congratulations, and especially like
thank you.
With everything that's going on, like it's amazing that you'll be able to kind of get in there and continue to work and do what you love,
yeah,
right? Being passionate about it, because bartending I think is amazing, and I think that's great. But you gotta have work and play, because you'll get lost in the play. And I think,
right.
You know that.
And a lot of us do. I mean, for a lot of years when I was bartending, I'm like, I don't need to go to college. I don't need this. And then, a few years went by and I said, all right, I'm going to go back to college. And,
That's
and
awesome.
It was great though, because I was able to pay for all the college I have thus far cash from bartending. So that was a good thing. And then I was just fortunate enough to get into this field. As many of you guys know, my dad's in recovery. Next month, he'll be 12 years clean. So that's awesome. Really why I'm so passionate. Yeah, that's really why I'm so passionate about this. It's definitely touches my heart, and I really love helping people. And I kind of help people in both jobs, bartending. It's fun and, it's energetic and people are having a good time and I'm making sure they have a good time on that end. and then working in substance abuse, it's about helping people who, who really need the help.
I love that, and there's a lot of passion behind it, and it's something that you love to do, and I think that's killer, and can't get anything better than that. But real quick, we just want to open it up to everyone that's on the live stream. First of all, Misty, you're breaking records right here. The internet's going to collapse. There's so many people watching live, but a lot of your fans. If anyone has any questions, we're monitoring the chat right now. Here's your 5 seconds of fame to ask the infamous Misty a live question. I'm sure like you get a lot of like crazy requests at the bar. Like, do you just like hate it when people ask you to like charge their phone or hold their hoodie or like all that stupid shit? Like, it must get so old.
I mean, we don't have a lot of space behind the bar at DJ's, so I don't take anybody's like jackets or hoodies or anything like that. But our friend Peter does bring a 5-foot charger, which is, it's great. I mean, I love charging it every time for him. I get stuck on the cord. The bottles get stuck on the cord,
amazing. So we got some live questions here.
Sure.
You probably don't know this guy. He's a small time DJ. I don't even know where he's from. Cam wants to know, what is your favorite dance track from the 2000s?
Oh God. To be honest, I can't even name one.
All right.
I love vocals. Everybody knows that. And I love hip hop. So honestly, like when I'm working, I kind of tune the music out unless it's a classics night. That's different.
Yeah.
But when I get really excited is when they play hip hop. So, it's either vocals or hip hop. And everybody knows when they play hip hop, that's my little time to dance and have fun. And then the customers get excited too. So Cam, to answer you, anything with vocals.
That's awesome. So you must love when Finesse comes and plays on Sundays at DJs.
He's my favorite at DJs.
Man,
well, they're all my favorite.
Ferruggio,
Finesse, everybody, especially our Sunday crew. Nico starts out during the day. Ferruggio, Charlie Cavallo. All the DJs are amazing. And, I've met so many over the years. I could go on and on about DJs all the way back to, Kirk Lopez, Denny Chetos, Jason Ojeda, Tio. I mean, I could go on and on. I've worked with all of them and they're amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you can still catch some of those guys rocking down at Tiki Mondays. I know Tio's down there. I've seen Kirk and Unique, and shout out to Encore and those guys. Dish.
Encore, all of them. They're all great.
Now, did you do any work in Seaside? Were you ever a Seaside like girl?
No, I never worked in Seaside, but I would go. We would go and see Encore in Seaside. I went a couple of times. But, from being at DJ's, honestly, since I was 18, 19 years old, I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for years. So I never had the opportunity to go, really.
Yeah, and that's something that I think we all kind of have the challenge working in the industry. It's hard to go out to other places and experience that. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's difficult, but you know what? I try and do. When I'm off, I always try and support. And I say that to like my fellow bartenders too. No matter what, even if I'm tired in the summer, I'll go to Bar A and see Team Tony. I will go to Porta and see DQ. You know what I mean? Like, and even in the winter, no matter what, I try and go whenever I can, whether it's Bataga Brunch or Birch or, Green Rock. I try and support not only all the DJs, also Moose to go see country. I try and support everybody because in turn, they all support me. You know what I mean? So I think that's another big thing for new bartenders coming into this industry. Always remember to support those who support you.
Yeah, no, that's really important. And I think that goes out beyond bartenders. That's basically everyone in the industry. Servers, DJs, MCs. If you're in the industry and you're looking for people to come out and support you, you need to go out and support them in return. So
100%.
I think that's really important that you say that.
Because I know this for sure that like I'll see, like, say we get a night off and we're out going to name a place and a person, and they see thousands of faces, but like when they see someone else coming out there to support them, it like changes their mood. Makes them like gives them a little more energy. They get excited when people that they know are also working make some time for them. So I couldn't agree more. Just like I saw you at Porta like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I literally ran out of the booth and gave her a hug, and it was like Friday at 12 o'clock. But no, it's like I love that, and I think that's just a great like something to live by, if you're in this industry. So
Right.
all right, so no other questions of content.
No, there's another question over here. I think it's important. What is your favorite Grail?
What is my favorite Grail?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's one Grail. Like there's the original Grail.
Okay. Take us back to the original Grail, because I have no
the
idea what the
original
original Grail is.
When real Red Bull first came out, the original Grail is Stoli orange vodka, Red Bull, cranberry juice, 2 straws, mind eraser. Drink it right down.
Perfect. The worst tasting one, my least favorite. Okay, continue.
Right. So, well, a lot of people, because it's so sweet, but believe it or not, that was like all the staff members' favorite things to drink, right, at DJ's. And then Bond came up with one called the Bond's Lemonade Grail.
Oh.
Fan favorite. Fan favorite.
And I
boy.
like that one too, right. It's the Deep Eddy's lemonade and a splash of water. And then, there's green Grails and blue Grails, and, there's all these different, but there is an original Grail.
Yeah, so we're basically sponsored by Deep Eddy's on Sundays. So I just walk by.
I like that one.
I walk by Red Eye's bar and they just appear. I don't even have to look at them. They just are there. So that's when you know you have a Deep Eddy's Grail problem.
Yeah, I think I walked around with Bond one night and we did 12 in 1 hour. And then we stayed in the parking lot till about 5 a.m. because neither of us could drive. And mind you, the hour was between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Long night for sure.
You don't realize they go down easy.
Oh, so easy.
That's why they're so amazing.
We're looking at some of that. We're looking at some of the questions here. Shout out to Lonnie, same. Joe Lowe, Slav G from Hoboken. Happy birthday, Slav G from Hoboken.
Happy birthday, Slavi.
Big Slav birthday. Great question here. So Quinn Flood wants to know, what's your favorite male bartender that works with you at DJ's under 30 named Quinn?
I love you, Quinny.
Classic.
That's so funny. We talked about the Grails. All right.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen at the bar that didn't involve Peter?
I'm sure a lot of the old school DJs bartenders can relate to this. Getting peed on.
What?
Where the little hole is where we crawl under to get in the bar.
Oh.
Sometimes when the male customers are intoxicated, especially on a holiday weekend, they think it's okay to urinate in the bar, and I have been urinated on my legs numerous times there.
Oh my God.
But it gets better. But one time, one of the customers who did it got kicked out, obviously, and he came back the next day to apologize. He actually spoke with our owner, Bill, and said that he had just come back from Afghanistan and his friends took him out and he blacked out, and he believes that he urinated on one of the bartenders. That bartender was me. So he came when I got there for my shift. He came in to apologize. Now, I wouldn't even know what he looked like because it was so busy and it all happened so fast, but he did come back to apologize.
That is mad props to that guy, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially after going through something rough like being overseas. So that's really cool that he actually came in to talk to you about it, and they let him back in. So hopefully you tamed him that day.
I don't know. Maybe he was just really embarrassed.
I believe it. So, all right. So we called this episode something really special. What do we call it? I can't remember. Bar Wars.
Bar Wars.
Return of the Grails.
Return of the Grails.
Of the Grails.
So this next guy that we're going to bring on here, give us a second. We're going to patch in the legend, Pedialyte Pete. Good friend, all around good guy. I got nothing but awesome things to say about this dude. But we are going to have him on, and we're just going to dice up and talk about some good memories at DJs and, talk about all the girls that he drinks. But we'll be back in just a second. Misty, sit tight. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, sit tight. We're going to
Okay.
run this commercial reel, and we'll be back. Hopefully, Peter will be on when we get back.
Do you wanna blow my horn?
Can you hear me?
Do you wanna blow my horn?
And we're back. Uh-oh, hang on. They can't see you.
All right, so we're coming back to the second half of this episode right now. We got a good friend of mine, all-time character and a half, Pedialyte Pete, my man. Welcome to Parlor Talk. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, how's everything going?
It's going pretty well, man. Better now that you're here.
Nice little surprise to hear from you guys tonight.
Yeah, welcome to Parlor Talk. So let's just dive into Pete. Just talk to me a little bit about you are the all-time supporter. We just talked about going out and supporting people. You are at every place I go to all the time, man. I love that. So just tell people a little bit about where did the Pedialyte Pete name come from, for those wondering.
Well, the whole Pedialyte thing started with, I kind of go out every now and then, and I don't like to wake up feeling a little off. So why not take in some electrolytes, feel better, sleep better, etc. So sometimes before I go to bed, take a couple of leave with some Pedialyte. Then when I wake up, take a couple more and some more Pedialyte, and I'm good to go.
And so you're kind of like the next day rally guy. You put the vodka with the Pedialyte and you put it in a Grail. Is that what you do?
Yeah, that's only at night when I'm not working. During the day, I don't mix alcohol.
Well, that's good. That's funny. A lot of people were like, "Who's Pedialyte Pete?" I'm like, you know Pete.
You definitely know Peter.
Yeah, I bring the bottles with me some places.
You're somewhat of an urban legend. Do you know that?
Oh, thank you.
So, of all the places that you go, what is your favorite venue that's open right now?
Right now, the bar behind me.
No. Like of all the clubs that are actively open.
As of 4 weeks ago.
Okay. I don't know. I kind of like everywhere I go. Green Rock DJs, Mr. East, Oasis Pool, HQ, anything in AC, Porta. It's not so much about the place; it's more about the people you're with. And I am fortunate to be surrounded by good people, regardless of where I am. So that's always a good time, and obviously, good music and good drinks help.
Yeah, no, I like that, and you always bring the party, and you always make it fun. So, Misty, how long have you been serving drinks to Pete?
Too long. No, I would say at least over 10 years.
Legend.
The most number of drinks served was to Peter?
I can't even say, because no matter where I work, he comes. So
So probably.
I can't even give you an exact number.
At least the drinks with Pedialyte in them.
Like I said, on Sundays he does bring it to bingo. Usually he's not feeling well, but he always makes it. So
yeah, I still wonder how he gets them in the building, but
Sneaky guy. This guy's a sneaky guy.
They actually love him.
I know.
He's the only.
It's important. That's breakfast, the most important meal of the day.
All right, so talk to me. What's your favorite item on the buffet on Fridays, the free buffet? What's the best item to eat, Pete?
Sausage and peppers, hands down.
Hands down, lights out, no questions. For those of you that don't know, in general, DJ's has, I would say, like really, really good food. Like for like a bar,
amazing food. Amazing food.
Like for bar food, I think it's like really good.
Let's just talk about it. The sign actually says bar and grill. It's not a club, guys. It's a bar and grill.
Bar and grill. Let's be specific.
Well, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know, but I mean, well, our regulars know, but for those people that don't know, we have a buffet every Friday. And, you know, Justin, our manager, does the entire buffet, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great buffet.
The spread is fantastic.
So, Peter, what else is your favorite thing to eat from the buffet?
So, you know, a lot of people argue that the short rib is the best. The short rib is amazing.
Okay.
Their meatballs are great, but I always lean toward the sausage and peppers. Like, I even call ahead to text people that I know that are earlier than me to happy hour. You know, hey, did they put it out yet? And once it's out, like, I'm jacking it.
Peter loves his sausage.
And so, Misty, how can someone get the free buffet? They just have to show up and buy a drink?
That's it. Once you enter on Friday, like once you're in the door, the buffet starts at 5:00, and you know everybody's entitled to it.
I love that, and that's kind of like a lost hospitality thing. You know, some older like pubs and Irish places I've been to will do it, but it's kind of like a lost art. And to know that the food's really good there, and for some people that I don't know if people know this in general, but Pete, you can, and Misty, you guys can, or customers can go and sit down during the week and get a meal, right? Like it's an operating restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's
and even on the weekend too, like if you come in early for happy hour, the customers can sit and eat at the bar, you know, until it starts to get busy. But they can sit outside on the porch and eat, the patio, and the snack stand too.
If you bring a drink ticket, you got a free meal and some free food if you go on Friday. A free meal and a free drink. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Now, Misty, have they been doing the free drink cards for like as long as you've been there?
When I first started, we had little tokens. They were like little circles, and it was a different color for each shift. So we had those, and then it went to the drink cards. I mean, now we post them, and people show the picture of it to get an actual card. Where years past, we used to have to go and hand out the paper drink tickets. We would go on the beach. We would walk the streets. It wasn't, the promoters didn't do that. The bartenders did that. We walked up and down the beaches handing them out, and then, you know, that would get people to come in early. But now with social media, obviously it's evolved where Bon will send us our personalized drink ticket, and we can post it on social media. I don't just post on social media though. I actually text it to like my friends and customers. I think it's more personal to do it that way. And then all they have to do is show it at the door, and they give them a ticket and they write my name on it, and they get a free drink at the bar.
I love that. And that's, I think it's a really good tactic because it definitely keeps us coming back. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. The personal touch, again, very important in this business, in this industry.
Peter, well, I got a question for you. So there's a rumor that you've gone from happy hour open to lights up close.
Yeah, that's not a rumor. I do it quite often. I mean, why not, you know? I mean, the music's good, and why am I going to leave to just watch Instagram stories of good things taking place over there, and I'm only down the street, so I might as well just stay there, you know?
You better be the person making the good stories.
Right. Why would you want to watch them from your phone when you could be the one in them?
Yeah, you know, I don't want to get anxiety by being at my beach house when I could actually be at DJ's, you know, because knowing that such a great time is happening and I'm not there, I literally do start to feel a certain way. So
like
I just
FOMO.
cut that out and I try to stay there as long as possible.
Yeah.
Serious FOMO, man. I'm with you. I feel it too.
The worst FOMO.
Peter, what is your favorite food at DJ's? I know we're going back to food, but there's a lot of people talking about food still in the chat here. So what is your favorite food just at the restaurant?
Not buffet.
Oh, like a la carte? I love their oysters. Their oysters are the freshest in Monmouth County as far as I'm concerned.
The oysters?
Yeah.
Do you shuck them yourself? Oh, no, you don't.
I wish. You know, maybe. We can look into that.
You don't chuck oysters. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh no, you do. What am I saying? Never mind.
I think I had like last summer. I think there was like a Thursday night. I had like 47 mac and cheese bites.
Yep.
Oh, they're good.
I counted.
Did you dip
They're
them
really
in
good.
mayo or no? Because they have the best Cajun mayo around.
Okay, I think that's special for you, Pete. I've never had it, but
ZA eats everything with hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Misty,
We do need to touch on the shrimp corn chowder as well.
I knew it.
No way. It's a soup.
Shrimp corn chowder.
Shrimp corn chowder.
Oh, it's not.
Peter
It's not a
comes
soup.
to
It's a
happy
chowder.
hour. Peter comes to happy hour and he orders. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Peter comes to Sunday bingo and orders oysters and shrimp and corn chowder at my bar.
No wonder he needs Pedialyte. I don't think I could eat that meal sober and be okay.
Yes, that's what he gets.
Jesus.
All right, so I got a question. Is a soup a chowder or is chowder soup?
Peter, you're the expert on soup.
But is it a soup or is it a chowder?
I never thought that deep. I'm going to do a little reflecting on this later on, but I would go with chowder being a soup. Maybe chowder lends itself to the texture, maybe, or the consistency.
All right, you heard it here first. So chowder is a soup, but soup is not necessarily a chowder.
Wait, how do you know? How do you know it's not a bisque?
I've heard a couple people refer to it as bisque, actually.
Okay.
Misty, what do you think?
I mean, I think, I don't know what to think. He's the only person that comes to DJ's and orders soup at bingo. And people, I mean, soup and oysters, who eats that at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday after being out all night drinking?
Pedialyte Pete.
Yeah, exactly.
Pete, aside from a Pedialyte Grail, do you have any other flavor, like specific flavors that you order?
So to be very honest, I don't actually drink Grails anymore. The Pedialyte ones I'll have, but years ago when they started becoming popular, I would drink green tea Grails.
Okay.
They'll hammer you out though, like in terms of how you feel the next day. And they taste very good, to be honest. I don't like green tea shots, but I used to have the Grails a lot. But they'll hammer your body down pretty hard. Yeah. So now I just keep it to Tito's and Club and Jameson.
Okay, noted. For everyone who's going to buy Peter a drink this summer, now you know what he drinks.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Misty, I got a question for you. So we hear a lot about this Peter was in timeout deal. I don't really know it. I've never even seen it personally. Can you just talk about it? Because a lot of questions are in the chat about this timeout thing.
So there's a lot of different ways Peter is in timeout. Sometimes when Peter's in serious timeout, he knows it and he puts his head down, and usually he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean that." Because sometimes when he's having a good time and he's in the music and in the moment, he'll be screaming my name or grabbing me, and that's two things. Anybody who knows me knows that I hate when I'm bartending. Please don't say my name and please don't touch me. And that's any bartender, just because you lose track of, what's going on in your mind, and you're adding and you're trying to, remember things. So Peter does that often and thinks he can get away with it because he's my best friend. Sometimes he does get away with it. Other times I don't even have to put him in timeout. Ivan will come over and take care of it for me. Peter's been roughed up a few times.
Yeah,
Ivan's given him some love taps and put him in timeout before.
Yeah.
Or I've sprayed him with the soda gun when he's really bad.
Yeah. Okay. So I would agree. Definitely don't touch the bartenders. That is one surefire way to get yourself in trouble. That's for sure. But that's funny because I hear about it and people were asking about it in the chat. So that's pretty funny.
The real question is, though, has he peed on you yet?
Wait, I didn't hear it. What was it?
I said, has he peed on you yet?
Oh, my God, no. No.
That would be, Chris, permanent timeout, forever banned.
I have had to go and pick him up from other establishments.
Wow. You're like, Peter,
gotten
get back
phone
over here.
calls.
Come
Yeah,
back
I've
to.
gotten phone calls from other establishments. Misty, your best friend. I guess all of his friends left him, and he's here. So can you come and pick him up? So I've gotten out of my bed to go and pick him up. But you know what? He would do the same thing for me. So
and,
it's
and
okay.
that's a real friendship.
Yeah.
If I could say so, for sure. Okay, so real quick, let's do a little like this or that with the bar stuff. So Misty, would you rather have a shot of tequila or a shot of Jameson?
Shot of tequila.
Peter, would you rather do Fireball or Johnny Black?
Johnny Black.
Misty, would you rather have a Bud Light or a Corona?
Corona.
Peter, pale ale or IPA?
Oh God, I don't drink any of that. Whatever.
So neither.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
No,
as you, Pete.
I'm not going to say neither because I'll drink anything. But
Anything, people.
but when it comes down to that stuff, I really don't have a preference.
Okay, so gin and tonic or screwdriver?
Gin and tonic.
Screwdriver.
Oh,
That's a good one. Let's see what else I got here. I'm going off the cuff. You go, Chris.
I'm gonna look at the shelf. There's a lot of liquor over here.
So for those of you who don't know, we're doing this live stream from Teak Rooftop in Red Bank. Shout out to the Teak homies. But we're looking at the bar across the way, trying to get some ideas here.
Yeah, these poor bottles haven't been touched in a month.
Poor bottles.
Poor bottles.
Oh, would you?
Bombay?
It's gin.
Oh yeah, it is.
Two non-bartenders trying to come up with drink ideas.
All
It's
right.
great. All right. Would you rather do 100 green teas or 100
Cherry bombs.
cherry bombs?
me or Misty?
Both of you answer.
Cherry bomb.
I'll take the
That's my
cherry bomb.
favorite.
Wow.
Cherry bombs make me cringe. by the
Oh,
way.
here's one. Here's a good one. What is your favorite flavor White Claw? This one is a hotly debated one.
Hot topic. Don't forget, this is getting posted on the internet, people.
Mango.
Yes.
All right. Peter, what you
Same.
got?
Same.
Mango? Okay.
Two mangoes.
All
Have you
right.
guys tried the new flavors yet? Like, I think there's peach and watermelon.
No.
This is still a rumor in my head.
I saw it.
I haven't seen it.
I saw it on Twitter. It must be real.
I have seen fakes.
Okay, Misty, if Peter was going to send you an emoji, what would it most likely be?
An eggplant. It would definitely be an
Do you-
eggplant.
Do you normally get worried if he's not at bingo by like 11? Do you start like getting worried like he's not okay?
Yeah, because he's usually always there early. Like, honestly, Sunday bingo, the first person in the door is my father. He does come and see me every Sunday. Again, like I said, he's in recovery. He doesn't drink or anything, but he does enjoy to get to spend a little time with me. So it's usually my dad, and then my Sunday East Bar crew, my guys that are there every Sunday. And then Joe and Peter are usually somewhere like right after that, or Joe's in with my dad and his wife and Tara. You know, they're all
Yeah.
usually there. But if Peter's not there by like 11:30, I usually start to panic. And if it's a holiday weekend and we open early,
Yeah.
you know, I'll usually, if I'm not too busy, I'll text him or I'll make somebody else text him just to make sure he's awake.
At
and
what
alive.
time? At what time would you leave to go look for Peter if he didn't show up yet?
Well, obviously I can't leave because I'm behind the bar, but I would, you know, make somebody continue to call his phone or whatever. He always shows up. He's a
Yeah,
champ.
there's no reason for her to come look for me because if I'm not there, I'm dead. So I thought looking for me is just pointless.
All right.
So we got a question from the live stream, and anyone that's watching the live stream right now, we're monitoring all the chats. So if you guys have any questions for Misty and PD Pete here, we'll definitely ask them live. So question for Peter: who do you share your birthday with?
Cam Nichols, Sylvester Stallone, George Bush, Kevin Hart, Tia and Tamara.
Wow.
Did I say Sylvester Stallone?
You
That's
did.
my favorite. Oh yeah, 50 Cent. All of them are born on July 6th, and then obviously DJ Cam Nichols.
Wow.
Very cool. Very cool. Misty, do you share your birthday with anyone?
Do I?
Anyone famous?
I don't know. I celebrate my birthday for a month, so
Everyone. So you celebrate your birthday with everyone after quarantine is over.
yeah.
Because I
And
missed my birthday.
It's a fact. It's a month-long celebration. I love my birthday. That might be one of my favorite holidays.
It is definitely a holiday. That's for sure. Shout out to Joe Lowe.
Joe
on the check-in.
Hey, Peter, what's your favorite Pedialyte flavor? I don't know how we didn't ask this yet.
I drink orange a lot, but depending, this one has extra electrolytes in it, the advanced care.
Oh,
the flavor's pretty good.
Are you in powder form right now?
What's up?
I usually see you with the bottles. Now you're going powder?
No, I have a bottle too.
Oh, okay. I get it's easier to smuggle in the powder. I get it.
I really don't care. Like, I'll walk in with bags. It doesn't matter.
do you just like mix the powder with straight vodka? How does that taste?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it tastes great.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Tito's and Cologne.
Would you prefer that over the liquid?
It really doesn't matter to me.
Got it. Misty, how do you prepare his Pedialyte?
I don't really like Pedialyte, to be honest. I mean, obviously, like on a holiday weekend at DJ's, or any place you work, for a holiday weekend, the bartenders are literally drained. And when it comes down to like the last shift, if you're on day 4 or day 5, Gatorade and Pedialyte really do help. But Peter usually brings the orange and the grape. I'd rather have the orange one if I had to choose.
Yeah, I'm with you on the orange. I literally hate anything grape. And then black cherry is my second least favorite flavor of anything.
All right, I got some ideas for some this or that questions. You guys can just answer them as I come out. Are you more of like a pork roll, egg, and cheese or a bacon, egg, and cheese?
Pork roll.
Pete.
Peter, sausage for sure.
Pork roll, egg, and cheese.
Sausage, that's it.
And I want to note that I'm glad that you referred to it as pork roll, not Taylor ham.
But you would go sausage, right?
I like sausage too. Sometimes I put both,
But I heard you also like eggplant too, though.
Love eggplant.
All right.
DJ's actually has very good eggplant too when they serve it. It's good.
If you had to eat one of these for the rest of your life, which one would you pick? Pizza or tacos?
Tacos.
Pizza.
What kind of taco, Misty?
Shredded chicken tacos.
Fuck yeah.
Peter, what kind of pizza?
I like buffalo chicken. I like white slice.
Oh,
like
hold
sausage.
on. Do you eat the DJ's pizza or do you go to Mama Luke's?
I don't
No
think
comment.
Tell the truth, Peter.
I don't think he's allowed to say that on air.
Tell the truth. Let the people know. The people must know.
The thing is, you want to go to a place for its strengths. DJ specializes in seafood, so I'll go there for their shrimp, corn chowder, their oysters. Whereas
Bisque.
Mama Luke, I go there more for the pizza.
That was a very political answer. I
It's
like it.
fucking bisque. I looked it up. All right, so here's my gripe with Mama Luke's. You could get a plain slice or a buffalo chicken slice, and it's $7.80 every time, no matter what you get. And I think it's a crime to charge that much money for pizza.
It's pizza on the beach. The rent is high.
It's
Like, get
fucking.
over it.
It's a crime, and Peter will agree that there needs to be justice on Ocean Avenue in Belmar for expensive pizza slices that are price gouging.
So I actually know the guy that owns the place because he used to own TRs down the street. He makes a fine product. When he used to have TRs, his pork roll, egg, and cheese. I mean, I ate it there for 9 years. So now he's in the pizza industry. He uses grande cheese, which is the best cheese in the business.
Best cheese.
So he gives a good product. So I mean, I'm always down for it.
Fair enough. No, that a lot of interesting topics tonight. Misty or Pete, anything you want to say to the people as your closing statement?
Go ahead, Peter. You can go first.
I really have nothing to say. Thanks for having me, guys. It was a nice, pleasant surprise. Unexpected. but it was a good time.
Long-time supporter of the Parlor Talk. Peter has checked into all 23 episodes.
Yeah, it's a great time. You guys are making this quarantine fly by quick, So, it's good. We have a lot of DJs going live. We have, you guys at the show. People, doing the Zoom thing. So, again, it's all about the people you surround yourself with. So, between that and working from home, time's been flying by for me. And these margaritas go down like water too. So,
I love that.
What kind of margaritas you making over there?
Jalapeno and habanero.
Wow.
Oh, you're a pepper fucker too, huh?
Pepper fucker.
Not like Jen Strong. I mean, she's a little ridiculous, but ever since since I saw Carolina Reaper right in front of me, I knew that her tolerance is very high.
All right, Misty, go ahead.
Yeah, again, thank you guys for having me, and I hope everybody that did tune in, if you are trying to become a bartender, maybe you learned a little bit, if you are in this industry, about staying humble, and it goes for not only the people who work in this industry, but for the customers too. And Peter can attest to this too. Like, for him being humble with owners, they allow him to walk in with bags of Red Bull and Pedialyte and, food for the staff and stuff like that. This industry, like I said in the beginning, is very big, but it's also very small. I mean, everybody knows one another, and continuing to stay humble is going to keep you in this game.
I love that. Just invaluable words from Misty. A lot of laughs from my man, Pete. We appreciate having you both on tonight, and just thank you both. Everyone be safe, and we love you guys. We're looking forward to seeing you guys back at the bar.
Yeah, and now for our lightsaber duel between Misty and Peter. I think this was what everyone tuned in for.
What?
Joking.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Just trying to stick with the theme here.
Oh, yeah. The bar strikes back, baby. Episode 23.
Yes.
Return of the Grails. No, we love you guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys having us,
Thank you.
Us having you guys coming on, whatever it may be. But this will be posted back up to the Parlor Talk YouTube, so you guys can watch it back and have a laugh for sure.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you got it. All right, so that wraps up.
Text you guys later.
Love you, Pete.
Love you.
All right, so that wraps up episode 23 of Parlor Talk. Once again, we appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys were wondering, coming in late, you're wondering where we are, we're doing a live series for the next couple episodes. We're going to be doing it from Teak Rooftop in Red Bank, New Jersey. They are one of the Class Kills venues, really good friends, ton of great guys. And if you guys don't know anything about Teak, or you're looking for a new place to eat, shout out to the Teak team. They're doing through Tuesday through Saturday, they're doing takeout. Limited menu, but a lot of their really key stuff, and their food is just lights out Asian fusion, man.
The best pad thai.
The best. In Monmouth County, fight me. Tag me in something better. I doubt you have it.
Yeah, try.
But shout out to George, Peter, the whole Teak family, everyone that's still.
Mikey,
everyone, all the bartenders, everyone that's tuned in. But make sure you guys support a small local business. If you want like Asian fusion, they got banging dumplings, pad thai, chicken dishes. The roasted shishitos are fire. And we'll be posting up. Check out our socials, chrisley.com, @DJZA. We'll be posting up the menu. You guys can check it out. And they're doing takeout Tuesday through Saturday. Support a local business. They're keeping the community going over here in the Red Bank area. The food's just lights out. So.
Yeah, and we're doing a special live stream Saturday night after Parlor Talk from here. We're going to do a live set. So.
Live set from the club. Chris and I are going to be ripping it up. Super late night, super deep. It's going to be lit. So we're excited about it. But thanks for tuning in to Parlor Talk. Everyone be safe. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.